Hello family, I hope you're well. I'm sending you love. So I've decided that I'm going to be going live every day on here on Facebook, and reason being is so you can get to know me and so I can get to know you as well. Lives are definitely my favourite way to connect because it's live and we get to engage and we get to know each other without any edits, and you really get to feel my frequency and what I'm about when I'm talking. And yeah, you get to tune in to the energy, and I just riff and roll on what's happening and what's going on. And yeah, I'm in a stage of building my business and expanding on the mission, and I'm so grateful that I'm in such a wonderful space within my business. I've built the ecosystems in place, the training's there, the mentorship's there, the containers are there, everything's there where I feel like so good. And now I'm calling in my next wave of leaders to expand with. So the way that my next wave of leaders are going to come and join me on the mission is if they get to know me and if they get to know what I'm about. So nice to meet you. My name's Mel M. Rubin. There's been a lot of new people that have joined me on Facebook recently, which is amazing, and I've popped into your DMs and said hello, and if I haven't already popped into your DMs, then I will do, unless you do it first. We can pop into each other's DMs. I've been on my anagic journey for 8 years now. I started in 2017. Is that 8 years? Yeah, I think, yeah, 8 years. That is. It'll be 9 years this year. Fuck. So I started in 2017, and I was very much in, and I'll bring this really short, yeah? I was very much in the illusion of the matrix. And I know that there are many people right now that are opening their eyes, not just both of their eyes, but their third eye, to see what's actually going on in the world right now. And they're becoming aware, and then at the same time, they're also feeling like, a little bit powerless, as there's nothing I can do. What can I do? And let me tell you, there is so much that you can do, and it really starts with you and your frequency and your way of being, right? Now, ultimately, the agenda above, and I'm going to riff a little bit off of my story and I'll go back to it, but ultimately, the agenda above have done everything that they possibly can to create an unhealthy, sick, toxic, traumatic, disconnected, disembodied collective that are also followers, that don't trust in themselves, that don't believe in themselves, that are full of fear, that are full of lack, that are full of scarcity. And they've done it in various different ways, very insidiously. Firstly, they've poisoned our food, they've poisoned our water, and they're programming us through every means necessary for our mind. So the things that you're watching on the TV, the things that you're listening to, the news, you're all being programmed. It's all programming. And once we see this and realise it, it's like, whoa, and there's anger there, and it's like, and you know, it's not our fault. So yes, we get to be angry, yes, we get to feel that, we get to feel all of the feelings that come up, and it's really important that we feel it. And then we get to ask ourselves, okay, well, what can I do to change this? Because the fact of the matter is, the world is only run by less than 1% of the population, like the overarching, and then 4% of the population enforce it, and the rest of the population are us, right? The majority of the population are completely asleep to what's going on, and they're still in the illusion. If you're watching me right now, you're not. Your eyes are opened and you're like fully in it, or you're getting there, and congratulations. And let's fucking go, let's do it. Because if it's just 5%, the ones that are in control, and then the 4% that are enforcing it, if 95% of us, that would be amazing, come together and are like, no, then they can't win, right? And the way that they make us slaves is by putting us into this illusion, because they don't need chains for that, right? They make us believe that we're free, but we're not free. We're under the chains of salaries and debt and mortgages. And if we're not financially literate, we're not able to really use these tools to benefit us, right? And this was where I started. in 2017, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was in corporate banking, studying to be an accountant. So I was on a good trajectory, and I was also in a lot of debt because we're not taught about debt, and typically our parents don't teach us about debt, and the schools don't teach us about debt. So I was living a champagne lifestyle on a pauper's wage, not really thinking about it. And then I got out of an emotionally abusive and toxic relationship that he owed me half of the debt, and I said to myself, well, if I don't change things, nothing's going to change. So then the universe put my Enagic business in front of me, and I joined. I got a second job to be able to invest in my machine, to be able to start my business, because that's what we do. We invest in at least one product to start our water business. And then I went. I did everything that I could, and I went on this deep spiritual journey. And my spiritual journey actually started a few months prior to me starting, when I went to Thailand. And then the first 2 books that I read on my journey, which are in my free portal, you can register, I'll put the link in the comments, were The Magic and A Happy Pocket Full of Money, and they completely changed my perspective on reality and taught me about the laws of the universe and taught me how powerful I was. So I started working with my energy in that sense, and my spiritual journey sped up with that, and ultimately within a year I realized how powerful we are when it comes to our energy and our frequency. And because of the internal work that I was doing, I manifested a redundancy. And I've been on so many different and I've gone through so many initiations in my path to be the leader that I am today, and to hold that full faith and that trust. And if I'm completely honest with you, right now, in this very moment in time, I'm really being pushed to my edge in all of the ways. This year of the snake has really it's really doing it at the end of this year. And I've shed so much. I had a bath yesterday, and I shed so much shame and so much guilt. It was coming from the depths of me, such deep guttural cries, and it was a lot. And this is the work that we get to do to raise our frequency, right? So yeah, I've been pushed to the edge in these recalibrations and shedding everything that's holding me back. And a huge part of that also was a fear of being seen. And it's very interesting, I came across this realization last year as I was shedding. I shed shame around my story, and I shed this fear of being seen, and I've been showing up much differently over the last few months, because I've really honed in on the types of people that I'm calling in to expand this mission with, which are leaders who are here to change their world first and foremost, and ultimately be a part of changing the world by plugging into this regenerative wealth model. And if you want to learn more, it's in my free portal. The video is just 30 minutes long, so just register and take a look. But yeah, this journey, I've been on so many deep initiations so I can really rise out of my shadow, out of my darkness, out of my pain, out of my struggle, out of my victimhood, all of the things, so I can support my tribe in doing the same in their own unique way. Because it's all very simple. It's not necessarily easy, but it's simple. Life is simply a mirror reflection of us on a frequency level. I'm not saying that if you've been emotionally abused or narcissistically abused like I have in the past, that you're an emotional abuser or a narcissistic. No, it means that you're an empath with a wound that gets to be strengthened and healed, so you don't allow that shit into your life again. That's what I mean by the mirror of life. It's simply mirroring our frequency. It's not mirroring who we are and the way that we're being. It's simply mirroring our frequency and what we get to heal, so we can grow and ascend in the ways that we're required to ultimately fulfill our own unique soul's mission. And this journey of building my water business, of building my Enagic business, has led me down a deep, deep path of coming back home to my purpose and finding out my passions and what I want. And ultimately, throughout the frequency work that I teach within the ecosystem that I've created, as well as the pairing with this regenerative business model, I've been able to create my own version of heaven on earth by the grace of God. I'm so fucking grateful. And it's also taken work, right? So I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. We must show up and do the thing, just like with anything. An easy life isn't easy. However, an easy life is hard, yeah? So we get to choose our hard. We get to choose, do we want an easy life? Okay, we have to do the hard things. Or do we want a hard life, which is what most people are living because they're choosing the easy things? Because it's so much easier to choose easy. It's so much easier to stay comfortable. It is, but then we live hard. And we can see where everything's going right now. If you just zoom out and look at what's going on in the world, they're tightening control. They're creating these digital IDs, making it mandatory. They're creating a central banking currency system. And we have choices here. And the next 5 to 10 years is really going to allow us, we have to position ourselves in the next 5 to 10 years, and this is a beautiful way to position ourselves because it allows us to create the wealth that we can to protect ourselves from what's going on, because the fact of the matter is the people with money can protect themselves because this is a system built on money. This is why inflation has risen yet salaries have not, and this is why it's the best option for you and for everyone to be an entrepreneur and to lead themselves towards everything it is that they want. So we have a choice to get really fucking wealthy, and if we don't get really wealthy, then we have a choice to either stay in the system and continue to be controlled and manipulated, or we create our own ecosystems away from the system like the cults do, like the Amish or whatever, but we're not crazy and we don't think that fucking doomsday is going to come, and we just live regeneratively from the land, right? Now for me, I don't want one or the other. I want wealthy and regenerative ecosystem we get to build together. So this is a part of my mission in what I'm doing, not only for myself and with myself, but with my soul tribe that come and join me on the mission and come and join my water tribe, because this is what it's about. We support each other in collaboration and in co-creation. So yeah, I've been on this journey for 8 years. And throughout this journey, it's really allowed me to step into my leadership over and over and over again and become the woman that I am today, to ultimately be able to lead in the way that I do, in a healthy, embodied, regulated and integrated way, so I can support you in the best way possible, and most importantly, so I can hold you and your process in the best way possible without trying to save you and without trying to hold your hand or whatever. Like, I'm here to lift you, but you've got to do it yourself. You've got to do it yourself. I've had to learn to get out of my victimhood and wanting to be saved, and I'm shedding certain parts of that at the end of this fucking year. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. And I'm here to support you in doing the same, because this is how we create a better future for our children. This is how we rise up out of an oppressive system that's only there to keep us small and stuck and controlled and manipulated, and basically to siphon our energy to suit whatever fucking dark agenda they've got. There's no point me even going into it. It's just the fact of the matter that they're siphoning our energy. So we get to reclaim our energy, we get to reclaim our health, we get to reclaim our sovereignty, and we get to do that together. And this is what this movement is about. We're on the flex of true health, true freedom and sovereignty, and I'm going to be showing up every single fucking day to get this message out there, because there's a lot of people out there that are stuck, that don't know what to do, that don't know where to go. Maybe you have a business already and you're struggling and you don't know what's going on. Yeah? Join a regenerative system that's going to support you and mentor you and lift you up within community, collaboration and co-creation, where you get the full training, the full mentorship, the full support, all of the systems. All you get to do is invest in yourself in all of the ways. Because when you invest in you, life invests in you back. By the grace of God, you are fully supported in every way. And this has been my journey over the last 8 years. And when you're ready to step in with me, step in with me. Like I said, I'm going to be showing up every day. I don't know what time I'm going to be going live, but I'm going to be going live every single fucking day because I'm in a build phase and I'm bringing it in and I'm making it happen. And when you're ready, I'm here. I've got all of the information in my free portal. I'll put the link below. If you're ready to join the ecosystem, get your business launch, I'll also put the link below as well. If you have any questions and if you want to talk to me, come and talk to me. My inbox is open. I'm here to connect with you. This is what it's all about. It's about connection. It's about collaboration. It's about co-creation. We're doing this together. We're not doing it alone anymore. We cannot do it alone anymore. The way that we feel, our mindset, our energy proves that we cannot do it alone anymore. We are community, social animals, so we do this together. And like I said, when you're ready, I'm here. I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Come on.